Hey guys, how are we doing? So today I thought I'd share with you 5 really important tips I wish I knew when I started making music. So tip number 1 is the music's got to speak for itself. I know so many people that go out there, pitch themselves, get a good position or get a label interested, and then they come to show them their music and it just flops, or their talent isn't quite as good as what they've sold it to be. And then if they ask you to make changes and your skill set's not there and you can't do it, you've lost an opportunity. What I've done, and I always pride myself on this, is my skill set has always come first. I've been in the studio for 4 years consistently. I went to uni and I've basically lived in the studio the last 2 to 4 years. And if somebody says, oh, can you do X, Y and Z? I feel I'm fairly confident I could do it. So if, for instance, an alias I'm working on went to a big record label and said, look, we've got 3 tracks, and they come back saying, fantastic, can you make changes X, Y and Z, and we'll take them on. I feel I could most likely do that, or at least I'm close to having the right skill set already. I can learn the things that need to be done and apply them. So tip number 2, when you're making a track, so many people will say to me, oh, your master's really good. How would you get your master so amazing? And what they don't realise is actually, yes, the master might be good, but if the mix down in the first place is bad, you're mastering something bad, the saying is you can't polish a turd. So the aim is to learn how to mix really well, and then either you pay a company to master it for you, or you then learn the mastering process. A little sub point of number 2, the most important thing I think for me, which I wish I knew 3-4 years ago, is if you can EQ really well, it's going to make your life so much easier with everything. I use FabFilter's Pro Q2, I swear by that. That's pretty much all I use with the tech house music I produce, and honestly it's amazing. It's really, really good. Number 3, and you've probably heard it in many other videos, but don't expect it to take 6 months to go from 0 to 100, especially if you've got to learn the skill set first. Like me personally, I went to uni for 2 years. I was really interested in it before for at least probably a year, and now I'm about 1.5 years out of uni. I've had various things go well for me and not go well in this time frame, especially kind of in the latter half of uni, where, you know, my skill set was getting better. My dissertation, I was working on house music and I had to do 5 or 7 tracks, and things were promised to me, you know, record labels, signings, managers, and that did all flop in the end. Realistically, in hindsight, it was a blessing. The contract that was offered was binding me in for everything I was going to do. There was no promotion that was offered. So it was actually a blessing I didn't sign it, and I stayed unmanaged until hopefully next month. I've got a meeting with a big management company who hopefully are going to take on the new act I'm working on, which is fantastic. Point forward is being a music producer. Personally for me, I find it quite an up and down experience. Some days you wake up and, like I said earlier, you could be in the studio for 16 hours or however long, a long time, get lots done. But the next day you could be not inspired at all. So you just need to take that process with a pinch of salt too, because it's very easy to get down and not feel great about, oh, today I've not made another track and I'm trying to do 1 track a day so we have a big catalogue of music. But don't feel like that too much, because, you know, today for instance I might feel like, oh, I don't want to do anything in the studio, but then I could wake up tomorrow morning and I make 3 tracks in an afternoon, or 3 ideas that then can be worked on over the next week into full tracks, and that's just from a day's inspiration. So make sure you take regular breaks with it. For instance, I find, so because my girlfriend lives 130 miles away, I go to her place and don't have a studio there, so that's a nice break between working every day in the studio 7 days a week to then having 3-4 days off and I go see her, and then I come back, especially the first 2 days back, I'm so excited to get back with stuff, working really hard on new material, and then it slows down to like a livable pace for the rest of the time. And then near the end of the kind of 10 days between going back up to my girlfriend's house, I start to procrastinate a little bit, so I know, okay, right, I need a break and a few days off, and I feel less inspired to make the fresh new tunes with some cool ideas and work on stuff. I hope you enjoyed the first video, guys. I hope it was helpful, and if you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate a subscribe, a like and a comment if you're feeling the vibes. I'll see you next time.